Hello everybody, I'm Matthew still in SamuraiHex, and welcome back to the episode of Manager of Legends Journeyman save with me, Matthew, which will probably be our 5th episode until the end. We've got this episode, another episode after this, and 3 more after that in for the final season, and then this series ends for good. So, if you want to support this channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel as well, because I have big plans for multiple new series and stuff like that after this is finished. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you are new or if you're a returning viewer that hasn't already, make sure you hit the bell so you always get notified for when I upload. You can also check out all my socials down in the description below, and why don't you comment a comment? I don't care what it is, just as long as I keep it nice and friendly. But yeah, let's get into the episode. So, transfers for January. Now, we had hardly any money left. They'd actually took the transfer budget from about 6 million or something to 600,000 because finances aren't looking as good as they were. We've also overspending on the wage budget. So yeah, it's apparently 7 million now. I think that's because we might have sold a player. I think it is actually. So yeah, only one player joined. Rennie van Bellegouge, Belgu, because it's like Van Nistelrooy. Yeah, Rennie van Bellegouge comes in really good. A free transfer of all things from Groningen because he hadn't got a contract. It was like on and on contract. So Dirk Trouble went in for him. He signed. And yeah, hopefully he'll be a very good player for us. Now, people that left, Benjamin went on loan to Astana. Echar also went on loan to Astana again. All the other Astana players from earlier on in the season left, as well as the ones from January last year. But yeah, Matteo Boyer also went on loan. Then Julian Navarro went on loan to Atletico. He's just got super good. He was actually our main choice striker at the time. He was just so good. He scored like he scored 3 goals in 4 games. I actually thought it was more. No, it's 1. He'd scored 5 goals in 7 games, and now he scored 3 goals in 4 games at Atletico. So he was our main choice striker at the time. He's improved drastically. Yeah, he's gone on loan to Atletico for the end of this season. And Payne went on loan to Barry. Rougerie went on loan to Ascoli. Festas went on loan to Getafe, who are now one of our feeder clubs. I asked if we could get more more players that could go out on loan or something like that. Oh, actually, let's chat. Yeah, so it was actually for us to get players sent to the academy from Getafe to us, and I was like, I could have chosen a lower league Spanish side that had better youth facilities, but I decided to click Getafe only because they've actually loaned a load of our players in this past year, and I thought it could be a bit of a feeder club situation where they then we loan most of our youngsters to them, and then they send youngsters to us. So yeah, Luca Festa got good from that, and he's gone on loan to Getafe. And Isidri, our 3rd choice goalkeeper, was sold to Dinamo for 8.25 million rather than 10.25 million. So we bought their goalkeeper at the start of the season from Salgado from Dinamo, and then we've gone and sold our 3rd choice to Dinamo. So yeah, good deal for us, getting just the amount of money that we got actually spent on Salgado, which is really good. But yeah, results, it's been going amazingly. So we drew against Brighton in the Champions League 1-1 and beat St Etienne 1-0. Barcelona we won 1-0. Montpellier we won 5-0. Angers we won 4-1. Troyes we won 2-0. Feyenoord we drew 0-0. Chauchot we won 3-0. Marseille, who have won the league these past 2 years, we won 4-0. It came out of nowhere, to be fair. Look They just gave up towards the end of the half, and at the end of each half, we just scored. Lons, we won 3-0. Atlanta, we won 2-1 in the Champions League. Monaco, we won 3-2. Rennes, we won 4-0. Lost 1-0 to Chelsea. Nantes, we won 2-1. Atletico, we won 1-0. I actually think Carlos Tevez has now been sacked from them. Yeah, because they're in 7th in La Liga. So 10 years or something, or 12 years or something at their club, and he's just been let go like that. But Caen, we won 3-1. Nice, we drew 1-1. Croy, who were a lower league side, we won 3-1, and we actually beat PSG in the next round, the 10th round of the Coupe de France, beat them 3-2. And Frankfurt, we actually lost 2-1 before beating Metz 1-0, beat Başakşehir 2-0 away from home, before drawing with Lyon and beat Stade de Rennes 2-1 in the Coupe de France 11th round. And then today in the only game, we've got PSG away from home at the Parc des Princes. Hopefully we can win this. We also got Marseille, another tough local side. Well, I said French. I don't know if Lille's anywhere close to Marseille personally. But yeah, Marseille going to be tough. PSG is going to be tough. We've got some tough games coming up, and currently we're doing really well. We are unbeaten in the league. Unbeaten. 20 games into the season, we are still unbeaten. We've won 17 games, drawn 3, lost 0. Got 54 points, 8 in front of the second place Marseille. PSG are all the way down in 8th. Like, since Xabi Alonso, who, mind you, didn't win any leagues with them, left, I think he's gone to Crystal Palace, one of our old clubs, and he's now transferred to join Milan already. So he's not very loyal. Not like he is in real life when he's stayed at Bayer Leverkusen. But yeah, Dario Schöner took over and he's just not doing good at all. So hopefully we can win this game. Also, I forgot to mention in the last episode, PSG actually went into administration. Where's the landmarks? Finances. Went into administration 20th of the 7th, 2042, and yeah, they already hadn't got the owners in real life from that point, and they're already scaled down funding all the way. But yeah, a guy who was floated on the stock exchange wasn't very good owner, obviously, and because of that, administrators came in, and that is kind of why they're struggling in the league. I would assume I don't know if they sold out of mass sale. I kind of wish. Actually, I haven't had a mass sale that like you would expect for administrated PSG. And I kind of wish we could have got for some of the players, but okay. But yeah, it's going to be a lot easier than facing PSG in actual games because of the administration that they faced. A bit like Manchester City. Manchester City got into administration in the Premier League in like the 10th season. So what? Coming up to the 20th season, now PSG are in administration. But yeah, we're actually playing Selimovic in goal today because Salgado is injured. We haven't got a backup goalkeeper, so I might have to quickly look at that. Yeah, we'll just put Pasaricic. He's still at the club, still wanting to leave. But yeah, he's been playing on the second side at 34 years old. He'll be our backup goalkeeper for today. But yeah, we've got Selimovic in goal. Francois Husset as our right back, he's been quite good, the new signing this season. Eligat Feligio. He was loaned out these past 2 seasons to Leganes and Empoli, and I wanted to use him last season but I couldn't because he was loaned out to Empoli. We were loaning him out when he was playing for the first team, and then suddenly I think it was because we'd already loaned out too many players to French clubs. It didn't allow it. We'd already loaned like 6 players to French clubs, so because of that rule, which I think is a real rule in FIFA now, and that clubs are starting to adopt, we couldn't then loan him out, which is good because he's come into the side, scored 5 goals and played really, really well. I know his star rating doesn't really say that, but he's probably been our best centre back. Acevedo comes in alongside him. Cherto is our left back. We've got Mbombo, who is unhappy because he wants to play more games. I'm like, dude, you're not an important player. We should never let you play important player. You should be regular star or squad player. Considering we also have Juan Jose Vidal, who's dropped down a bit, but he's just as good, as well as Adam Hill. We've got 3 really good midfielders, and plus Krieger, who plays in also a position of Mbombo and Hill. So yeah, he hasn't been in as big form as the other players. So because of that, he's got unhappy. I'm playing him a bit more because I think he's a good player and I want to keep him. So yeah, hopefully he says he's not an actual player for us, he's for more share, but okay. Adam Hill is alongside Mbombo. Then we've got Nuno as our right winger, Krieger as our AMC, Campbell, who's coming to the side lately. He wasn't playing at all at the start of the season. I didn't have room for him, but because of injuries, because of lack of form in certain players, he started to play left winger and he's done really, really well. And Bron is our striker. Of course, Pasaricek is our goalkeeper on the bench. Bataro, I might quickly just change for Ricardo because I noticed he's tired. Yeah, Ricardo, Schumacher, who is unhappy. And he's been promised to loan him out because he's hardly played. Like I said, he didn't fit into the tactic when he signed. And he didn't fit into the squad. But yeah, he's signed for 40 million odd, and now he's only played 3 games and hopefully will be loaned out for next season. Auburn, who is also unhappy because he wants to score a loan move to get a permanent deal. And I'm like, you're playing enough for your quality, we need you some backup, so he's unhappy. Henrique, another player on the bench who's been good. Asksure, who is a youngster who's got really, really good over the course of the season. And yeah, hopefully he'll be really, really good. And if we play him off the bench, Dewey's also another youngster who's been really, really good and improved. Juan Jose Vidal, who's been brilliant. Akram Nagy, who has also been good from when he has played, but not the best in average range, but he's been decent as a backup. Bataro also not been playing as much, even though he's on the reserves this game, but he's not been playing as much this season, and he's really drastically declined in overall and actual quality. His physicals are going down. Ronchi's hardly played, and I don't think he's a good enough player for us. We've also promised to sell him because he was like unhappy, he wanted to leave. I was like, okay, I'll just sell him, and he was like, okay, I'm happy with that. Salgado, like I said, he's been a Manchester goalkeeper. He's got 15 clean sheets in 29 games. He's been brilliant. Alvaro has not been the best recently, but his average rating has been good. Vasquez, who's been brilliant as always. Fazzi has been brilliant, though he hasn't been playing as much, and he hasn't mostly been off the bench. His off the bench performances kind of ruined his average rating. And Luis Brava, who I told you he would get upset last episode, and boy has he gotten upset. He wants to leave for getting a green playing time, and I don't think I've registered him for the Champions League now. Something along those lines. I'm unregistered one player because I just didn't fit him. I was wanting another player in the squad, and I was like, okay, I can't really fit you in. I'm not going to play you. So he was like, okay, I want to leave now, and something like that. I forgot who it was. It might actually have been Vonche, because yeah, I think it might have been Vonche. But yeah, Boyo's just not been good enough. When he has played, he's been terrible, and so he's not been playing, and so he's unhappy. That's been about 15 minutes explaining all that. My God. But yeah, let's get into the episode. So I don't know if this is going to be 16 odd minutes into the episode. I doubt it. It might be about 10, maybe less, maybe more. Who knows? But I'm going to just say what I want to say. And hopefully we can win this game against PSG. As we get highlights, a highlight for us, Krieger gives it to Cherta. He gives it to Acevedo, back to Cherta, cross forward to Krieger. He passes it to Vincenzo Bron, and Vincenzo Bron scores to make it 1-0 Lille. And yeah, that is a very good start in 2 minutes on into the game. Another highlight, this looks like it's going to be for PSG in the 23rd minute, is with Luque. Not our Luque, it's another from Luque. I think it might be Luque that played for us once at Real Madrid possibly. But left, yes, Feligio. Feligio? I don't know. Mabombo on the ball, passes it to Nuno. Passes it backwards to Hill, he can shoot, and he scores a brilliant goal. And it's 2-0 Lille. And it's half time, 2-0 up. I'll just say, media giving you a lot of credit, it's not praising them, so we're not guaranteed to have a worse performance. As I think 49th minute we'll already make our first sub, because Churta has had a knock in the game. He's run it off, but his condition is still poor. So Ricardo for him. I reckon we also take Krager off, or maybe Nuno. Maybe Nuno for Ascura. It's 59th minute. We've got very many tired players. Campbell will be taken off. Probably for Duez. And Kragen can be taken off. Probably for Nagai. Or Nagy. I still don't know how you pronounce his name. I should just say Nakram. But I always see the last name and say that instead. Coming up to the 66th minute, we'll make a last sub. I think Henrique will come on for the tired Hussar. And that will be that for all these subs. As it's a highlight, 83rd minute with Lille. Ricardo on the ball. Passes to Hill. Back to Acevedo. To Hill again. Who doesn't even look at where he's placing the ball, and then PSG get the ball back, and that is just disappointing from Adam Hill. I expect more from him, as thankfully Ricardo kind of tackles, kind of intercepts the ball, passes it to Acevedo, back to Ricardo, pass to Acevedo, then Mabombo gives it to Akram, goes on a long run, passes to Duez, and Stefano Duez scores to make it 3-0 Lille, and boy, PSG falling down the table. Like, they've just got such a bad team because of this administration and this new manager, and I'm expecting him to get sacked. If it weren't for the administration, he probably would be sacked by now. But yeah, full time 3-0 victory against PSG. Nice work everyone, well done. And that keeps us top of the table now. Still 8, is it? No, I think it's 8 points now. Or was it 8 points last time, or was it 6? I think it might be an 8 anyway. But yeah, first in the table, still undefeated. 21 games into the season. Crazy. But yeah, I've been Matthew, also SamuraiHex. I think this is the end of this episode. I said that all weird, but okay. So if you have enjoyed this episode, give the video a like. I want as many likes as we can get from now until the end of this series, which, like I said, is only 5 episodes away. Well, 4 now, because this is towards the end. But yeah, like the video. If you're someone who's just found this channel out, I've got big things planned. I'm going to be doing a load of rebuilds. I'm also, after thinking about it, maybe continuing Tactical Masterclass. I've said I might end it last episode. It depends on if you comment saying continue Tactical Masterclass in either the Tactical Masterclass, this episode, or last episode. It depends. But yeah, you've got all them to look forward to. And so yeah, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you never miss an upload, and check out all my socials down in the description below. But I've been Matthew, also known as SamuraiHex. Hopefully we can win this title. Hex signing out. Bye everybody.